Oh, how's it going? Good evening to you. Kind of end of a great day coming up here. Well, we got a little time. It's only 5 o'clock, but day's kind of done. Kind of winding down a little bit. Oh, pardon me. So we went to a little ham flea marketing today. It's getting to be close to September. The ham flea markets are going to start winding down a little bit, and there'll be a little annoying pause while sorry, you're kind of hard to offer you one over the internet, but if you want to pop by, we'll get you set up. One of the things I always have fun doing at the ham flea market is to see how many chump change or dollar items or things for under $1 I can get a hold of to play with. Keeps me out of trouble for a couple weeks. And sometimes this never fails. The minute I start talking, here come all these cars. Okay. It's gotten quiet. Very quiet. Anyway, we were saying it's kind of fun to grab a handful of quarters or a fistful of ones and see how far you can go through the ham flea market and what you can get a hold of to play with. You'd be surprised. So one of the items I got a hold of today is a Dollar Voltmeter. This is a Radio Shack Dollar Voltmeter. It's a Micronta branded. I believe this was something that was kind of specifically designed for Radio Shack. I don't really remember seeing anything else that really looked like these. I think they were built in Japan, if I remember correctly. I had one of these when I was a kid. I got it as a birthday or a Christmas present. It was a pretty nice present. I had it for a number of years. I don't know whatever happened to the thing. I liked it quite a bit. Just a basic voltmeter, but it's got quite a few ranges. Here come the cars again. So they have the handy-dandy genuine paper book. Tells you what goes on there. Important stuff like how much it weighs and what kind of batteries. Well, 1.78 pounds. You'll have to convert that yourself. Oh, Radio Shack Tandy. Printed in Japan. So yeah, it was made in Japan. So this was $1. This is what you get for $1. So you get some handy dandy leads, which still seem pretty nice. And you get the meter. Oh, look at, well, this is, okay, this apparently is a part. I didn't look it over too close. What do we got here? Looks like, well, we've had a repair. So this was repaired in 11/8/1980. Not too far away. Let's say test leads something works all but one scale. Call if over $15. Something. Can't tell what that says. Looks like it was a $10 repair. So it was about a 15-cent part. So something must have got burned up. Probably a resistor. Oh yeah, it looks like a resistor. Looks like, I can't tell if that's 0.27. So probably a little mistake by the user. Still got the battery tray. Anyway. So this actually had a number of functions. It has a 0 set and a common, and then volts, ohms, and current was here. AC kilovolts, DC kilovolts, and on-off battery check, and then ohms and zero. This is kind of a sort of a solid state VTVM. It's actually FETs, has a FET front end. Yeah, the controls are a little stiff, so the battery test works. Looks like somebody took reasonable care of it. That's a little better care than whatever happened to mine. I don't know what the hell ever happened to the thing. It probably just got worn out or broke or something. We're on the volt scale here. So one of these adjusts the 0 set here, and the other it only works in the ohm scale. So, yeah, so it's pretty high input impedance. As far as the current settings, it goes down to 100 microamps, but only up to 300 milliamps DC. The only thing this does in the AC world is measure voltage. But I used to use this all the time. You don't have to have an expensive voltmeter to be able to repair things. You just have to have a little knowledge and be able to interpret the readings. So here's the DC range. So like the vacuum tube voltmeter, you adjust the 0 set over here, and then you short the leads together and adjust the resistance for 0. Actually, that's technically infinity over here. And this is 0. And then the multiplier is here, so whatever your resistance reading is times 1 here. So just test this conveniently placed resistor. So this is 4 ohms. So this is actually very close to 4 ohms. I've measured it with a resistance bridge, so we have a pretty good idea. Yeah, it says it's about 4.8 ohms, so not super accurate. Let's calibrate this baby again. Maybe we're off a little bit. This actually has a mirrored background behind the meter. The idea being that your needle, if you look at it at an angle, there's a parallax error. So the idea is that you see the needle and you see the image in the back, and when the image lines up, then you're dead on and you can look at the thing correctly, or you get a correct look. So yeah, we're right at 0. Let's try that again. So we'll give her a try here. Yeah, 4.5 ohms, so it's off a tiny bit. We'll try it on the 10 times 10 scale here. One of the bad things about these meters is you have to kind of recalibrate them every time you move the scale a little bit. You don't have to, but if you want to get some accurate readings. I always found laying the meters on the table was a good way to get a good reading. You know, sometimes the accuracy of the meter isn't so much important as the repeatability. So, yeah, it says about 5 ohms there. It actually says 0.5 ohms, but times 10. So, it's within the ballpark. I don't know, does the book say what the accuracy of this thing is? Let's see here. Nope. Now, here it says 4%. 3%. Okay. Not too shabby. Kind of some lightweight leads there. Amazingly enough, that's one of the things that has actually gotten better, is test leads, or if you buy them from a reputable place, are actually pretty decent nowadays. You can spend as much as $1,000 on a voltmeter, probably a digital one. So it's pretty basic. Just has a fat front end up here. Here's the ranges and stuff. There's 2 batteries and the I'll bet this resistor here, that one of these things doesn't look like the others, is the culprit that got replaced. I don't know, the screws are in there. Looks like we're ready to go. Still got the gel pack. As long as you don't drop this from a high place, you'll probably be just fine. Having a FET front end probably doesn't draw too much current. Looks like the input impedance is pretty high on this baby. It also has a kind of an audio dB meter in it. This is kind of a sort of a modernized version of the good old Simpson 260 is what this is, with more modern components. A lot of voltmeters are based on the 260. That's okay. I don't know. I had it for a long time as a kid. Whatever became of it, we'll never know. A clever DMD book here. Just give you some basic. Oh, there's a schematic. So there's really not a terrible lot in there. If you get a good sensitive meter and had a nice box, you could, and some precision resistors, you could build a nice meter. There you go. There's a Dollar Voltmeter. We'll put that baby to use just for fun. Okay, well, I'm going to let you scoot. Thanks for stopping by. I think I'm going to go get a lawn chair and kind of enjoy the rest of the day here. Anyway, take it easy and have a groovy day.